evening, everybody. Thanks for coming out. If you're watching this live, please put down a comment. Maybe let us know how many people are watching with you, whether they're young children there doing the exercises. I would really appreciate your feedback. Also, if you have anything to say about the sound or the lighting, anything like that, let me know. And the first couple times we do this on Facebook, it's going to be a bit of trial and error. And then if families prefer, we can try something using Zoom. So let's use this opportunity for you guys to voice your opinions and posts and such. Anyhow, let's just get started. I'll assume that there are a bunch of young children ready to sing and do music with me. Right. We are actually going to start with a march, and we are going to do it to a fiddle tune. And you might have noticed this fellow here behind me, it's a little tough to see his lines, but I bet you can guess what he is by that face. It's, in English we call it a snowman, and in French it's a bonhomme de neige. And in Winnipeg we celebrate Festival de Voyageurs in Manitoba, and usually it's signified by a big red hat. So that's going to be a big part of what we do, guys. Keep your eyes open for big red hats just like that. You'll see them in stories and we'll sing about them too. Now, let me get our march set up and ready to go. 1 second. There we go. So let's warm up our bodies. There we go. Yeah, I think you guys can see all of me. So we're going to march. And making our feet touch the ground to the beat. See if you can do it with me. See if you can keep up. It takes good exercise to march. Look how high I'm lifting my knees so you can see it from the side. See if you can lift your knees that high. And get your arms going. Then tap, 2, 2. Then we're going to rise and tap, 2, 3, 4. Rise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rise. Tap, 2, 3, 4. Keep marching, guys. You can do it all the way through that whole song, I bet. We're going to do our other part again, so remember we're going to float down. Are you ready? Float. Then tap. Then we're going to rise and tap. We're going to do it again. Float down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then rise up. Oh, it's over. Whew. 1 moment, please. Good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed marching with me. I definitely feel like I'm ready to do some different kinds of things and learn something new. We're going to sing a song about bonhomme. It pretty much means like good fella. But bonhomme de neige is snowman. So we're going to sing a song about bonhomme, and we're going to ask him if he plays different instruments. And I'm going to use French words, but my actions are going to tell you what the instruments are. It's like a guessing game. So when I do an instrument in the song, see if you can guess what instrument it is. Here we go. Bonhomme, bonhomme, c'est tout jouer. Bonhomme, bonhomme, c'est tout jouer. C'est de jouer ce violon-là, c'est de jouer ce violon-là. Zing, 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 ce violon-là. Zing, 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 ce violon-là. Bonhomme, bonhomme. Bonhomme, bonhomme, c'est tout jouer. Bonhomme, bonhomme, c'est tout jouer. C'est de jouer cette flûte-là. C'est de jouer cette flûte-là. Flûte, flûte, cette flûte. Banam banam, c'est tout joué. Banam banam, c'est tout joué. C'est tout joué, ce cornet-là. C'est tout joué, ce cornet-là. Da 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 da, ce cornet-là. Da 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 da, ce cornet-là. Banam, banam. Banam banam. One second while I change our background music. I think that'll be more easy than playing my guitar while singing, just as far as sound goes. But if I get enough requests, I can play more guitar as well. Basically, I'm happy to provide you guys music in any way. So this is made possible by Rosser Woodlands Community Center. Sorry it took me so long to remember to acknowledge them. So special thanks to them. They made it possible for me to reach out and provide music for your families. So the movements and the games and things are meant for, 2 to 5-year-olds, but it's going to be good music that's kind of nice to have on in the background. If you and your family at a little older, mature age and you prefer to not do the actions, that's fine too. All right, so now it's time for us to learn a little bit more about voyageurs. So before we do that, I should have said something at the beginning. You're going to need a wooden spoon. You're going to need a pot, a spoon, and a grater or zester or whatever, anything that'll make a scritchy sound. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use that. So whatever you guys have. So wooden spoon, metal spoon, there we go, a pot, and that's the same thing, a cheese grater. All right, so for this next song, it's about rowing. When you're in a canoe, you row right on the side like this. There's a rowboat and then there's canoeing. So we're going to practice rowing like we're on a canoe, because that's what les voyageurs used to use. And those were just guys who used to travel around on the river. And the main thing is they'd use music to always move their arms at the same time, just like we were marching at the same time. And it helped them go so fast down the rivers. And it wasn't a canoe, it was a bigger boat than that. In any case, as a result, we shall sing some songs about rowing, and some will be in French. And that is because les voyageurs had to speak French, English, Cree, all sorts of languages. Whew, okay. So first thing we're going to do is, if you can, sit crisscross applesauce. Ah, good. Now we're going to practice rocking like a boat to the music. Good. Now let's try it with our oars. Ram, 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 don. Le tour du monde, le tour du monde. Ram, 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 don. Le tour du monde nous ferons. Let's do it again. This is our telescope. Ram, 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 don. Le tour du monde, le tour du monde. Ram, 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 don. Le tour du monde nous ferons. Thank you. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. Ram, 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 don. Le tour du monde, le tour du monde. Ram, ram, ram. thank you. Let us change our song now. This is going to be another really fun one for us. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with rocking again for this one. You guys will catch on to the song. It's another voyageur song. So we hear fiddle, zing, 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 right? Le violon. I hope you guys like fiddle music. If you've got a couple of fiddle tunes. Yeah. That's how we'll rock like a boat. This boat is also about rowing. Actually, the verses are a little bit nonsensical and not really important to understand voyageurs. But it's fun to sing along to and it's fun to move to. So let's give it a try. Oh, it's sung by men, which sounds kind of cool. See if you can rock back and forth like me. A boat on the waves. C'est la vie qui nous mène, qui nous mène. C'est la vie qui nous mène en eau. Rock like a boat on the waves. Lift. My canoe is almost tipping. The boat racing down the river. Now we all sing together. La vie qui nous mène, qui nous mène. C'est la vie qui nous mène en eau. Et j'ai vu la plus belle, j'ai point choisi. Mais j'ai vu la plus belle. Qui fit monter derrière moi sur un sel. C'est la vie qui nous mène, qui nous mène. C'est la vie qui nous mène en eau. Let's get our spoons now to do our rowing. I'm tapping mine on the floor. The beat. Here we go, we're gonna row. C'est la vie qui nous mène, qui nous mène. C'est la vie qui nous mène en eau. I'm tapping it on my knees now. Tap, tap, tap. If I want to get really fancy, I can add my hand. But it's always in control and steady. All row together so we can race down the river the fastest. Let's try tapping something else in time. How about our nose? One, tap. I'm being very gentle with my nose. C'est la vie qui nous mène. song that never ends. What else can we tap? Let's tap the floor again. Here we go. We roll together. Hooray! It's over. I like that song. Oh, I almost gave away one of our later songs. Now I'm just going to change to another song, and we're going to need our spoon and our pot. So grab those items. I'll pull up our next song. All right. Everybody's ready? This song goes by really fast, so be ready to go. Got your spoon? Here we go. Lovely. Oh. Now I just want to show one little thing to you guys. I want to do a little more slowly because it's my favorite part of the song, and it's when we go boom diddy boom diddy boom diddy boom. So we go boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Sounds like we're making drum sounds, but with our mouth. Can you try with me? Ready? And boom diddy boom 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 diddy boom 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 diddy boom boom boom. Thank you. I like that melody. Now, let's move on, because I know you guys are going to want to get to some stories and some books that I promised. So now, we're just going to move it to another song here. There we go. Oh, I just love this song. So, before we begin, I need my book. It's right here. There. Log Jabber's Waltz. So, I don't know if you can see it all the way at home. Oh, silly finger. But if you look at this fella over here, what color is his hat? There we go. Right. Oh my goodness. Right there. It's red, just like our bonhomme. It's going to be a theme. So, you'll see here in the picture, there are logs going down the river. And back in the old days, the logs would be cut and put down the river, but it was someone's job to go on top of the logs and, you know, make sure that there are no traffic jams and things like that. It was a very dangerous job. And you had to keep the log spinning, and that's called burling. So this song is going to use that word. So if you're wondering what burling means, it means spinning the log in the water with your feet. Here's an old-fashioned picture of a log driver. He's got kind of like he's holding on to like a long spike. That's to help catch logs and direct them in the right direction. And now we're ready to begin. Let me press play. If you ask any girl from the parish around what pleases her most from her head to her toes, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes burn down white water. That's how the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, I like to go down and touch all the lads as they work on the river. I know that come evening they'll be in the town, and we all want to dance with our log driver, for he goes burning down white water. That's how the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Now I've had my chances with all sorts of men, but there's none that's so fine as my lad on the river. And when the drive's over, if he asks me again, I think I will marry my log driver, for he goes burning down white water. That's how the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. To please both my parents, I had to go down and dance with the doctors, the merchants and lawyers. Their manners were fine, but their feet were of clay, and there's none quite so fine as my log driver, for he goes burning down white water. That's how the log driver learns to step lightly. It's burning down white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. There are a couple more pictures here. And there's them dancing in the middle. They're sitting on a log together. Oh. Thank you, that'll do. There, I hope you guys liked that song. I think it's just lovely. There, good. Now it's time to get back to some instruments. See? So, I've got a song for us that's going to use a cheese grater and a spoon. Kind of like a washboard. Now, one of in Manitoba, our culture's past, our history, is families passing the evenings by at home on cold, boring winter nights. And imagine it was like before iPads and iPhones and things like that way back. All they really could do was play music, and that's why we got so many great musicians around here, is because it's a family tradition to sit around and play your instruments, and sometimes we have to improvise with what we have around. So you guys, we can't be together and play my instruments, but we can provide or use what's provided for us at home. So we're going to be going like this, and it's going to be j'entends la moule, tiki tiki tac, j'entends la moule, tac, like that. You guys will catch on while I'm doing the song. So it's a song in French about a windmill, but it's got a great rhythm, and I think you guys will enjoy it. Un moment, s'il vous plaît. Here we go.
J'entends le moulin, tiki tiki tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tiki tiki tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tiki tiki tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tiki tiki tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tiki tiki tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, mon père a fait bâtir une maison, j'entends le moulin. La fait bâtir à trois pignons, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, la fait bâtir à trois pignons, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends chaque partie qu'il la prend, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, son tranche à partie, il la prend, j'entends le moulin, tac, mais le plus jeune c'est mon mignon, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac. Même le plus jeune c'est mon mignon, j'entends le moulin, tac, tac, entre mon petit fripon, tic-tic-tac, tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, tac, entre mon petit fripon, j'entends le moulin, tac, c'est un paquet de trois pigeons, tic-tic-tac, tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, c'est un paquet de trois pigeons, j'entends le moulin, tac, asseyez-nous et le mangeons, tic-tic-tac, tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac, j'entends le moulin, tic-tic-tac, j'entends le moulin, tac.
Yay, fiddle! Yay! Let's pause that. Oh boy, some of you guys might have recognized that right away. Now, we're going to scooch my bonhomme over, our lovely bonhomme de neige, and now we're going to just do some of our old classic songs that I've done with the kids in the past, just for old time's sake. And then as we move through this program, we'll add more new voyageur songs. But these old classics are just worth doing. Also, I'm going to be posting all the albums I've used for the program so that you guys can buy the music on iTunes. They are great, just super. Really good resources and good production. great quality. Oh my goodness, I almost tripped over my book. That's not a good place for a book. Okay, so let me grab one thing that I must have. There it is. I might as well bring these all. All right, so there once was a mean ringmaster. He worked for the circus, and when people weren't paying enough attention to him, he didn't like that. So he would do something very loud and obnoxious to get everyone's attention. He would take his whip and he would go, "Sit up, sit up," and everybody would get scared and look at him, and then he'd be happy because everyone was looking. One day, there was a new tightrope walker who was hired to come and walk on the tightrope. So he had to put his arms out, and he had to focus, and he had to balance, and it was really important that he did a good job so he didn't fall. And everybody thought he was just amazing, but the ringmaster didn't like that because people weren't looking at him. So when our tightrope walker was carefully balancing, that mean old ringmaster went, "Sit up, sit up." And our poor tightrope walker, scared, went, "Whoa!" But he didn't fall. So the ringmaster tried again, that nasty fellow. He went, "Sit up, sit up." And the ringmaster this time was a little more ready, so he was a little off balance, but then he was okay. So the ringmaster climbed up the ladder, grabbed the tightrope, and wiggled it like this. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wow, not a nice guy. So the poor tightrope walker lost his balance, and he went, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to fall." But then he doesn't. And he says, "I can do it." And then we come back to the beginning again. Is everybody ready? Get your snap sticks ready. Let's try that again. Here we go. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. You can't catch me. Way up high, way up high. You can't catch me, Mr. Ringmaster. Leap, leap. Cha, cha, cha. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Falling, 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 falling. I'm falling down. I can do it. I can do it. Do it, 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 do it. Sit up, sit up. Whoa. 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 Good work, everyone. Now, stop, you wicked thing. There we go. Now, it's time for intermission. So, at the circus during intermission, sometimes people go out and get treats like cotton candy and popcorn and drinks like soda. And so the vendors walk around with a big box or they push a trolley. And to get people to buy their things, they yell out like this: "Popcorn, candy, cola." So we're going to pretend being people selling snacks. And then there's a theft. So we have to change our job and become police officers and chase a thief. Chase, chase, look, look, look. And we do that again. Chase, 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 look, look, look. And then one more time. Chase, 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 look, look, look. Is it you? Is it you? I've got you too. And then we go back to the vendors. And then we go back to our show in the circus. So let's start from the beginning again. And this time we'll keep going during intermission. I hope everyone has their water bottles handy, because you might need it after this song. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. You can't catch me, Mr. Ringmaster. Leg up high, leg up high. You can't catch me, Mr. Ringmaster. can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Whoa. Snap, snap. Do, 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 do. Popcorn, candy, cola. Do, 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 do. Popcorn. La, 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 la. Do, 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 do. Popcorn, candy, cola. Do, do, do. Popcorn. La, 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 la. Now a thief. Chase, chase, chase. Look, look, look. Chase, chase. Is it you? Is it you? I got you too. Do, 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 do. Popcorn, candy, cola, popcorn. Here comes the ringmaster. Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! You can't get the ringmaster. Leg up high, leg up high. You can't catch me, Mr. Ringmaster. Leap! Leap! Cha! 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 Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Falling, 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 falling. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Snap! Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! Snap! Snap! Whoa! Whoa! And then the tightrope walker wins and takes a bow. Whew. Oh, now just 1 second, Charlotte Diamond. Who knows what the next song is? All right. So, I recommend going to your water bottles. Mine's just off screen, so I'll take a quick sip and we'll move on to our next fabulous song. Well, I love that piece. Now, let's go looking for Dracula.
Would you like to go looking for Dracula? Yes. Now, to go looking for Dracula, we must go in disguise. You need first a black cape. Put on your black cape. Swish. And in your pockets you have some fangs from Halloween. Put in your bags. What horrible fangs! And you also need binoculars so you can sneak up on Dracula. Are you ready? Looking for Dracula.
Looking for Dracula.
But I'm not afraid.
But I'm not afraid.
I've got binoculars.
I've got binoculars.
I've got my cape and my fangs.
I've got my cape in my fangs.
Uh-oh. What do I see? A spooky swamp.
A spooky swamp.
Can't jump over it.
Can't jump over it.
Can't go under it.
Can't go under it.
Can't go around it.
Can't go around it.
We have to put on the big rubber boots and go in it. Are you ready to put them on? Hard work. Into the mud. Here we go. Let's keep going. Looking for Dracula.
Looking for Dracula.
But I'm not afraid.
But I'm not afraid.
I've got binoculars.
Binoculars.
I've got my cape and my
I've
fangs.
got my cape in my fangs.
Uh-oh. What do I see?
What do I see?
A huge lake.
A huge lake.
Can't jump over it.
Can't jump over it.
Can't going under it.
Can't going under it.
Can't go around it.
Can't go around it.
All right, into the boat we've got to row. Here we go. Row,
Row,
row, row
row
your boat gently down the stream. Ha ha, fooled you, I'm a submarine. Looking for Dracula.
Looking for Dracula.
But I'm not afraid.
But I'm not afraid. Okay.
I've got binoculars.
I've got binoculars.
I've got my cape and my bag.
I've got my cape and my
Oh,
bag.
what do I see?
What do I see?
A haunted house. Can't jump over it.
Can't jump over it.
Can't digging under it.
Can't digging under it.
Can't go around it.
Can't go around it.
All right, we're going in. Open the door. And here come all the bats. Watch out! Let's sneak in, looking for Dracula. I'm not afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I've got binoculars.
I've got binoculars.
I've got my game and my bag.
I've got my cape and my bag.
Oh, what do I feel? A great big foot.
Big foot
With a great big body.
with a great big body.
With a great big head.
With a great big head.
And great big fangs. Get out of there, quick! Open the door. Keep going. Into the boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Ha, ha, fooled you. I'm a submarine. Keep going. Into the mud. Get on your boat. Quick. Run home. Shut the door. Lock it. And pull down the blinds.
Swish.
Oh, did you see those terrible fangs?
I think Dracula should see his dentist.
How spooky. We'll just go straight to the next one. That one always messes up my hair.
Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river. Listen to the water, listen to the water rolling down the river.
swimming away. All right, hold on one second, my dears. Pause. There we go. All right. We're just about done, but I want to finish off with the same song every class. So here it comes, and then we're done for today. Last song. Guys, I'm going to show you guys something. First, I'm going to rise like this. And then I'm going to spread out as wide as I can. Then I'm going to twirl like this. And then I'm going to freeze. Like that. I'm going to do it again. So rise. Spread out. Twirl. And then I'm going to freeze. Freeze.
Take the silver thread of a spider's web and spin, spin, spin. Silver wings to fly and sing upon the wind. High above the trees, across the seas, and through the sky, to the rainbow's bend where stories never end and dreams never die.
Let's rise. Ready? Here we go. Rise nice and slowly. Then we're going to spread so slowly. Then we're going to twirl. And then we're going to freeze. Ready? And freeze. We get to do that again. So first we're going to rise. Then we're going to spread out. And this time, we're going to float to the ground. One more time, we're going to sing it. Ready?
Take the silver thread of a spider's web and spin, spin, spin. Silver wings to fly and sing upon the wind. High above the trees, across the seas, and through the sky, to the rainbow's bend where stories never end and dreams never die.
Good. Now, everybody, let's just crumple down to the ground until the music stops. Crumple like a piece of paper onto a little tiny pile. And it's over. Pause. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching the live event, please feel free to comment. If you're watching the event later in the evening, because that works better for you, feel free to comment. If there's a better time Monday evenings, if you feel it should be later, please let me know. I'm happy to accommodate however I can to get this music into your homes. Have a wonderful day. Next class is Saturday at 10 a.m. So, same place, Saturday 10 a.m., a live video for you guys. And again, if you don't get a chance to watch it when it's live, it's always available to you, especially on the page that I created for this program. So, thank you very much, everyone. Have a lovely evening.